Welcome to Workshop Wednesdays with Tony Gambone, where you will learn how to build your business and take it to the next level. Brought to you by the Tough Talk Radio Network. Now here's your host, Tony Gambone.
Okay, welcome to the show. I am Tony Gambone. It is Wednesday, and we are on Workshop Wednesdays. And we're here every week, every Wednesday, of course, 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time on the Tough Talk Radio Network. You can learn more about the network. Tough Talk Radio Network can be found at toughtalkradionetwork.com. See the list of shows there weekly. Become a guest on one of them. Become a sponsor. Become a host yourself. There's a lot of ways to learn more about how you can gain the growth and the visibility needed to be recognized as an expert in your industry. So for those of you who are out there that are already being guests, think about being a host. Think about the credibility you can gain from doing that. Now, a lot of us out there are doing podcasting and doing internet radio shows as well, but my question to you is, how are you taking that to the next level? What are you doing with the community that you're developing? And we have a couple of guests here today that are always, as always, we have guests here that are bringing great information to the show. And our first guest is a lady by the name of Kelly McCausey, and she's going to be talking about community, as well as our second guest, Shannon Hernandez. She's the founder of the Writing Whisperer. Now, we know in today's market, what you write in a book, in a blog, in a post, it's important. It's part of building that community. So there's a lot of things you're going to learn today, and I hope you'll take advantage of that opportunity by taking out a piece of paper and a pen and start taking notes here once we get started. Get some housekeeping out of the way. You can learn more about all of us here at the Tough Talk Network by going to toughtalkradionetwork.com, of course. Connect with us on social media, Tough Talk Radio on Facebook, Tony Gambone on Facebook, TTR Network on Twitter. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on Spreaker. You can find us everywhere. So if you just type in Tough Talk Radio Network or Tony Gambone, you'll see us. We'll pop up in your Google bar. Make sure to reach out to us and let us know why you're checking us out and how we might be able to help you. You know, every week I start off the show with a little bit of a monologue, and I want to talk this week about something that happened yesterday to me. As a lot of my listeners know, we run weekly networking groups here in the state of Texas. So it's called Tough Talk Business Network, and we're always working with people to teach them how to grow their business, grow their community by building relationships first. And, you know, it all sounds good, and most of the people that you talk to all have the correct verbiage, but their actions don't always line up to the verbiage. And honestly, sometimes that makes it a little bit frustrating for the people out there that are learning about networking, trying to find the power in it. But remember this, folks, you know, you teach your children this, okay, when they go to school. Just because that's what everybody else is doing doesn't mean that that's what you have to do. You have to make the right choices and decide what fits for you. You have to understand what it is you're trying to get out of networking or your community. You have to understand who is in your community. And the only way you can do that is go through the process. And that means that you're not always going to find happiness along the trail. So what I tell people is bring your own bag of happiness. Create your own opportunities. And it's easier than you might think, because all you have to do is go out and take an interest in the people that you're talking to, listening to what they're saying, important listening to what they're saying so you know how you could help them. Understand that what you do isn't what everybody needs. And understand if you do all that and you don't follow up with the people, all you've done is just waste a bunch of everybody's time. So building a community is great. Not touching it is not so good. And not following up with it and making sure that they have what they need from you, whether it's friendship, relationship, products, services, or just help. It's important, folks. You really need to do that. If you're in business and you're trying to be successful, it's not going to work unless you help others. If you have employees and you don't help them, they're not going to succeed. If you're a solopreneur, you're not out helping others or learning how you could help others, you're not, one, getting educated, and two, you're not building relationships, and three, most important, understand one thing. They're not coming to you for your services because you're the only one providing it. They're coming to you for your services because of you. So you need to be the best you. You need to be able to market yourself the way you talk, the way your actions are seen. It needs to line up with your brand and your logo and your website and all the verbiage that you try to repeat to make it sound like you're doing the right thing. My best suggestion is just show up as yourself, bring no one else but yourself, and be your best self every day along the way. And you can't miss, because you'll never show up as anybody except yourself. You know, we don't like to be disappointed, so when we start feeling a connection to someone and they don't turn out to be who they showed themselves to be, we tend to get an attitude, move forward, and as time goes on, it's kind of like dating. If you can remember back to dating, when a date didn't go right, every time there was another date, you had an idea of how it might go, which hindered the way it was going to go. Business is the same way. Life's the same way. You need to produce the right attitude, and, you know, smiles are something that never hurt anyone. It allows you to be more approachable. It allows you to stay in a positive place. So as you're trying to build your community, as you're reading through the drama on social media, decide what you want to get involved in, because what you don't realize is who's watching. You know that ripple effect I tell you about, that you do things and you never know who you're helping, because sometimes those people never ever speak up, but you are helping others, right? That ripple effect that you have. Well, in social media, when you post something up on there, that ripple effect is there as well. You might never know that people think you're the fool. You might never know that people think you're the greatest thing because they don't speak up. But one thing you can bet on is that they understand in their mind the way they perceive you to be, and they can only go by the way you type your drama or your information on social media. So having 5,000 friends on your Facebook thing, you don't get a trophy for it. But getting involved in the drama that's involved in it, you do get a trophy for. And it's not something like winning the Grammys, okay? It's a bad mark, and it takes too long to try to build the credibility that you need to allow yourself to get involved in the drama, you know, that's on social media, whether it's Donald Trump, you know, what the Supreme Court passed, or, you know, what the community's doing around the corner from your town. It doesn't matter. Stay clear. Read it, have an opinion, but don't type to it. Learn from it. Okay, so takeaway from the monologue. Make sure to go out and help someone today. Make a call. See what you can do to learn more. If you're networking, on or offline, the most important part of it is the follow-up. How are you touching that person afterwards? Are you touching them with an email that explains your services? Because I don't think they're going to want to hear you say that again. Are you asking them how you could help them? That might open up the door to a conversation. Are you not following up at all? That could be the reason why you're not growing your business. So the challenge for the week is to make sure that you step out and follow up with someone that you met, whether you're in the line at Office Max, or you were at a networking event, or you read a post on social media that you thought was really good. You know, you can follow up with them, inbox them, learn more about them. My name is Tony Gambone. We're here on Workshop Wednesdays on the Tough Talk Radio Network, and we're going to come back after this short break with my first guest, a young lady by the name of Kelly McCausey, and she's been making money online doing the things she's loved since 2002. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that just turn their head and go, what? Because most of you are not making money every day, especially since 2002, and especially online. So fill up your coffee, get another bottle of water, get your notebook out, get ready to take some notes. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Kelly.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and The Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and The Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listened to Internet radio in the last month? Or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year? And that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves through the Internet radio medium where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
All right, welcome back to Workshop Wednesdays. My name is Tony Gambone. If you missed the first part of the show, we were talking about following up with your community. Now, listen, folks, you could always go to toughtalkradionetwork.com and find the show. If you missed it, you can go to Tough Talk Radio on Facebook and catch it as well. So we hope that you will stay tuned with us weekly here on the Tough Talk Radio Network. My first guest is a young lady by the name of Kelly McCausey, and as I mentioned, she's been making money online doing the things she loves since 2002. I want to welcome Kelly to the show and find out what the secret is. Kelly, welcome.
Hi, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Well, Kelly, before we dig into the secrets that you have been creating to do business this long online, because they're going on over 13 years now, I want to find out some things so that my audience can relate to you. Where are you calling in from, and where are you from originally?
I'm calling in from Michigan, and I'm actually sitting within a few miles of where I grew up. I haven't always lived this close to home, but I am right now.
Okay. So, you know, it says you're a single mom, and you and your son, who was just 11, you know, thought that you would work full time and couldn't pay your bills, and you started a business. And I mean, this is a typical story that we hear of people who try to make it in today's market. And you know, when you put family first, children first, it's a hard task to manage. And I think it's awesome that you found a way to do it by still keeping your son first. So let's talk about that. Tell me the journey that you went on that got you to realize that you had to shift to go online to make money, and how that took place.
All right. Well, so in 2002, Sean is 11 going on 12. I'm working full-time. I love my job. I'm the office manager at my church, but they can't afford to pay me very well, and I cannot pay the bills. The utilities are getting turned off. My phone's getting turned off. The propane pig is empty again. Just one crisis after another financially, and I went to the internet to create a website to offer my services as a desktop publisher, because quite often people ask me to help them with an invitation or a wedding announcement or something like that. And so I set that up and spread the word, and I never did get one single desktop publishing customer. But I got a lot of people asking me, how did you create that website? And that opened up a door for me. I stumbled into the work-at-home mom community, visiting forums. You know, this is before Facebook and Twitter and all that. So you'd run into people on private forums and Yahoo groups and things like that. My first steady clients were other work-at-home moms, and I found out about things like affiliate marketing and creating information products, and I went whole hog. figuring it out, learning everything I can, and fell in love with internet radio. Started my